Hello, I am the disgruntled anime fan. Now, maybe many of you may be wondering where I've been for the past couple months. I had some computer trouble, and hence, yeah, I spilled water on it, and computers don't like that, it seems. You may be noticing, new look. First off, I'm not wearing my suit, I'm wearing a camo jacket. That's because it is now summer. And in summer, I go home from college. I'm still a college student, so obviously I'm not going to have the same equipment that I always do when I'm at school. Different room. As you can plainly see, I now have my Gundam models. I have two TVs, one's right over there, and one's actually behind me, right on top of my PC. I'm filming from my MacBook, which is my primary filming piece. Now, I've come to you today to speak about a very important subject, and that subject is live-action adaptations of anime. Yeah, they're generally pretty bad. And I mean bad. There's a few out there that, in all honesty, just shouldn't exist. I mean, there's people who don't believe they exist because they are so bad. Great example. Recently, Dragon Ball Evolution came out. And we heard there was a Dragon Ball movie coming out. It's going to be live action. We're like, oh, it's going to be so great. I can see Kamehameha in live action. Well, yeah. Turns out it was a steaming pile of shit. In fact, when I first saw the trailer for it, it didn't even look like Dragon Ball. I thought it was some kind of weird, Spy Kids ripoff. It didn't look like Dragon Ball at all. It looked like crap. It didn't have the feel. Goku didn't look right. And while I really like Ken Watanabe, he does not make for a good Master Roshi. And Bulma not having blue hair, I'm sorry, that's something I just could not stand for. I was quite disgruntled over that one. But Dragon Ball Evolution has not been the first, nor will it be the last in terms of anime live actions. Especially bad ones. Two of the earliest was one based on Guyver. Now, Guyver's not very well known to begin with. I'm sure many of you have never heard of Guyver. One thing you need to understand is that there's now becoming a market for this, for them to make live-action adaptations of old shows. Cowboy Bebop's slated to have one. They're supposed to be a live action of Robotech, which I'm a little sketchy and kind of debating on if that's going to be good or not. Because other shows I've really liked have gotten live adaptations and they've been horrible. Case in point, G-Savior had nothing to do with Tomino or Sunrise or Bandai or any of those. And, I mean, they couldn't even get the mobile suits right. I mean, look at this thing. Those legs are way too skinny. There's no reason why that thing should look like that. That looks nothing like a Gundam. That looks like a piece of crap that tried to dress up like a Gundam. Now, that doesn't mean that there aren't good anime adaptations. Well, okay, there's one I can think of. And that was Speed Racer. The thing was, Speed Racer is simple enough in its formula and international enough that you can pull it off and still make a great movie. It's about a kid driving for his parents, trying to basically redeem his brother's name, is the basic idea of this. He's trying to find out, and also at the same time trying to find out what actually happened to his brother. Makes for actually a really good Hollywood movie. Hollywood eats this stuff up. The issue with a lot of the other ones is, it's not so cut and dry. Cowboy Bebop is basically it's a story of a guy trying to get away from his criminal past by hunting other criminals down. It's a very deep and complex storyline. Does not make for a good hour-and-a-half movie. In fact, even Cowboy Bebop knocking on heaven's door didn't feel like a movie so much as it felt like just a really long, connected story arc within the actual series itself. I mean, I could have seen that easily being a 2 or 3 part episode within the run of the series. Which brings me to Cowboy Bebop. It's supposed to have a live action starring Keanu Reeves. Why Keanu Reeves? The man cannot act. The only reason why his day, the Day the Earth Still Still, was any good is because Klaatu doesn't have emotion. Neither does Keanu Reeves. The man cannot act. This guy cannot act his way out of a wet paper bag. The only time he's a good actor is when he's going, dude, whoa, radical. In Bill and Ted, he was great as a stoner because that's what he is. And on the case of some of the other live actions, they were thinking about doing a live action of Robotech with Tobey Maguire. Honestly, that one could be very good if it gets the go-ahead and if it actually happens. Tobey Maguire is a perfect fit for Rick Hunter's personality because Rick Hunter's not exactly this gung-ho, really strong character in the beginning. He's kind of meek and he's kind of anti-war and all this fun stuff. My only problem we had with some of these other ones is, okay, so the main characters are cast. Well, what about some of the supporting characters? There's a lot of talk. I've seen a lot of talk, especially about Cowboy Bebop, about possible casting. And the only problem with this is that you're thinking about a show which, one, it's animated, so they're able to create characters that look nearly impossible in real life. I have yet to see anybody in Hollywood that could fit my Valentine. You can't have that level of hotness in a live person. It just doesn't happen. Same thing with Ed. Who could play Ed? In all honesty, who is able to play Ed? There's a lot of people out there that think Ellen Page would be good, but Ellen Page, while she's good at strange characters, her strange characters are nowhere near on the level of Ed. Ed is just a completely different type of weird. In all honesty, I think the person who did her in the dub did a very good job, but the thing is that, one, there's no one child enough to actually fit that role. And so I'm very curious on what they're going to do with that one. On Robotech, I don't know who could possibly be manly enough to play Roy Fokker. There's a lot of speculation out there that someone like Brad Pitt or somebody like that would do him, and I'm like, no, you can't have... The thing is that Roy Fokker is very, very the Big Brother character, and the problem is I can't see anyone currently in Hollywood playing that kind of character. I just can't see it happening. As for, the whole idea of how they're going to conceptualize the world, the storylines, a lot of these shows' storylines just don't lend themselves to a good Hollywood movie. Cowboy Bebop doesn't do it well. It's a great show, but it doesn't lend itself. You need those 20-some episodes to really expand this out. So, that's just a little bit of my rant on live-action adaptations. Just giving you something to hold you over until I'm able to come up with my big thing coming up, which is going to be a review of Strike Witches, which expect that one to be up pretty soon after this one is. So, until next time, I'm the Disgruntled Anime Fan. It's badly animated, poorly dubbed, has horrible music. I'll probably watch it.